And right now it's time for that time when we have our special guest. Tonight's special guest is Madelene Warren. Madelene is here tonight to tell us about the concerns of all ethnic groups living in a new land. Many Philippine children born in New Zealand grow up without a healthy dose of their heritage. Helping to keep the language and the customs alive is a great group of volunteers, the Mabuhay cultural group. We welcome Madelene Warren as our special guest on The Beat Goes On. Madelene Warren, welcome to The Beat Goes On.
Thank you, Gerard.
Wonderful to have you here.
You're most welcome.
We have not had a person from the Philippines on our program before.
Oh, is that right?
So this is our first.
Thank
And
you.
there is a reason that you are here tonight. I had the honour, I was asked by you to come and be one of the judges at the Mabuhay Cultural Festival.
Please welcome Mr. Gerard Smith.
Thank you very much for that honour, to be able to be one of the judges.
You're most welcome, and we were also honored having you.
Oh, so what is the Mabuhay Cultural Festival? What's it all about? How did it start?
Mabuhay means actually welcome in the Philippines. It's a very common word, so that means it's a good way of inviting people, said welcome and Mabuhay. Every time you arrive in the country, they will always say Mabuhay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, when you come in the
Mabuhay.
airport, yes, Mabuhay.
Okay, we'll do it to New Zealand right now. Mabuhay, welcome.
Mabuhay.
It's a little bit of a worry, isn't it, when you come to a new country, that your children, the offspring, want them to be Kiwis and to grow up Kiwis, but you want them to remember a little bit about their
heritage.
Yeah, their heritage.
That was the first outlook and vision of the organization. But as time goes by, of course, it has expanded. You know, you need to look other ways and means that the youngsters will be involved. I mean, it will not be only the older generations.
Yeah.
When it started, it was all cultural dances and songs and gathering for Filipinos. Then, as time goes by, you need to really keep on looking for means and ways that people will keep on coming to your show and liking.
You have to interest the young people, don't you?
Yes, that's correct. We need to involve them.
You've actually seen that if you don't let these kids know about their heritage, they do forget it quite easily.
Yes, they do.
Now, here in New Zealand, beauty pageants were huge, and then the women's liberation came along, and they said that they didn't want women to be objects anymore, etc., etc. But as you were saying, that never really happened in the Philippines.
No.
The beauty pageant has grown and grown, and it's a big part of the culture.
And it has really different. It's just dependent how you project your beauty pageant. We always try to focus on the first part of the show. It's solely cultural.
Yes.
Yes.
And talent.
That's right, and the talents of the beauty contestants.
So the show took place on the 5th of March, a wonderful success, and for all our viewers throughout New Zealand, they're going to get a chance to see how the show went and who actually won it.
Yes.
So what about the winner? She must be feeling on top of the world.
Yeah, actually she had sent me a text and she said she still can't believe it that she won. I said, well, put your feet down, and then you said, I am now Miss Philippines New Zealand Asia Pacific 2011.
And she was from Rotorua, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. And I think it was really worth for her winning. I mean, she travels when she comes for practice.
Well, we better announce the winner here. It was Laura Adriano.
That's
Is that
right.
how you pronounce it?
Yes, Adriano.
Adriano. So congratulations to Laura. Gosh, she must be feeling wonderful.
She
and
is.
she had, of course, was 9 other girls, and they were all beautiful too, weren't they?
That's correct.
So, and I think we should mention that the runner-up was...
the first runner-up was Alejandra Manuel.
Alejandra Manuel.
That's right.
So 2 very, very talented girls.
And the second runner-up was Sherlyn Bibal.
Okay, they were lovely, weren't they?
They
It was
were.
a very easy job to sit there and judge. So there is a lot of work in putting together a contest for a beauty contest.
Very much.
Now, it's a cultural part of the Philippines, isn't it, a beauty contest?
Yes. I think that maybe because it's part of our blood, or it's, I don't know, the Filipinos, I think, just loves to be in a beauty contest.
And they love to see beautiful women, looking beautiful, wearing gowns,
nicely,
swimwear,
yes,
the lot, looking at the heritage side.
Yeah, because if we go back, or way back to our, generation, the Spanish brought this one. We even had called Santa Cruzan. Santa Cruzan is a very famous festivity with the Spanish people where the Filipino really adopted it. It always happened on May. It's a festivity of All Saints and flowers. So in every like saints, because it's very Catholic.
Yes.
So it's very Catholic. The representation is every saints is like Virgin Mary and Mary of Immaculate Conception. So it's like women all the time. It's not a beauty pageant, but it's a representation of women.
Deep down in the culture, there is this, help me out here, deep down in the culture there is a reverence of women through the Virgin Mary, through the Catholic faith.
Yes, that's right.
And that's how it's led through to the cultural activities of having beauty contests.
Beauty queen. It's like it started, and again, you know, we have the called fiesta. Celebration. I think you can really hear that to the Spanish. We call it fiesta celebration. So every province or every city in the Philippines, they had a celebration fiesta. So the fiesta is a celebration where people eat together, had all these performances, and beauty pageant is the main event.
Wow. So it's really deep. Like we love the All Blacks.
Yeah,
beauty.
that's
the beauty pageant.
Yes, it's in the Philippines.
Wow.
Yes, it's really part of our culture.
Now, how big is the Filipino community in New Zealand? Is it starting to? There's more and more Filipinos coming. Is there any numbers or?
I can't give you the figures, but there is a big organization in New Zealand. It's a Federation of All Filipino Organization. Yes, and they had their gathering every October. Yeah, so that's the whole Filipino of all New Zealand.
But the Mabuhay is just a small section of it.
Yeah, it's a small section, and it stands by itself.
Great. So
it's been going on for the last 16 years.
Big job, isn't it? Big job.
Big
You've got to get the girls, number one, to...
yes.
And how does that come about?
You know, because it's been going for a few years. So actually the beauty contestants come from parents, you know, from friends to friends, and it's just being, oh, we want to join this, that. So even after the show, I already had 6.
You can
who
for the next 2 years.
Join.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. And what's the top prize?
We have a trip return to the Philippines by Harvey Ward Travel Browns Bay, Gloria Huca.
Yeah.
So by through Singapore Airlines.
Will they go into a beauty contest in the Philippines as a result of winning this one?
Since the founder of this organization is the franchisor of Miss World, New Zealand.
You could win here in West Auckland, then go to the Philippines, enter a contest there.
You
could end up as Miss World. You could end it, could you?
Yeah, or Miss Earth, let's say. We won't be very wishful. Yes, but
that could happen.
Yes, it could.
Yeah.
It could, because, like, for example, our winner before, the one, Miss Charlene Weaver, 2009, she's joining Miss World come April.
Well, let's look at the night. It was the Saturday night, the 5th of March, and it was at the Te Pai Centre in Henderson, and a huge crowd turned up. Wonderful
That's right.
crowd.
I know.
Nearly 1,000 people.
Yes,
excellent.
I was so pleased about that. Yeah, thank you.
And they got behind it, didn't they?
They did.
Well, I mean, I was sitting there as a judge, and you could hear the roar of the crowd. They really.
I know, plus the echo of the building, because it was quite good, massive.
What type of things were the girls judged on?
And national costume.
Yes.
Their talent. Best in swimwear, and then the evening gown competition.
And at the end of the night, of course, there was the winner.
That's right.
A lovely young lady from Rotorua. Congratulations to Rotorua on this. So she was overwhelmed, wasn't she?
Yeah, because she didn't expect to win. That's always the prize there. If you're not, you know, I'm not, oh, I didn't win.
So what were you feeling once the winner is announced? You can breathe a sigh of relief. I mean, every day, you're a volunteer. How much work do you put into it?
Oh, 100%. You know, I work 4 days a week, and you need to pay bills, as you know. And really, it's a hard job, and there's only few of us. I think that's why Mabuhay linger on this length, because few people, less hustle, so you really put your head together. Yeah, and your commitment. I do commit, and actually I would like to thank my husband also, he was there for me all the time, the grumpiness and the happiness and the shouting and everything, but he was there for me.
Look, there's so many things to think about, you know, to build this stage, the sound system,
It's not easy.
the entries, just so many things. And
It's
of course,
full on.
So what did you feel at the,
Well,
you had a winner, you must have been
yeah, no, I
absolutely-
think on the time, I just want really the show to keep going
Yeah.
as I wanted it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, when the show was finished with, you know, no hassle, it just went the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
I was really relieved and I said, thank you, Lord.
But then, of course, you're going to do the whole thing again in 2 years. So when does the planning start again?
The planning start will be in the middle of the year, and we'll see how things goes, you know, with your health and at the same time, but we will be there.
So
Next year actually will be, can I just promote a little bit?
Sure.
Next year won't be a beauty pageant, but it will be a multi-mixed culture type. It will be a local designers award.
Now, for a young girl to enter this contest, does she have to be just have some Filipino in her her breeding?
Yes, it should be 50% Filipino.
It must be 50% at least.
Yes, it's either the mother or the father should be Filipino, 50%. So that's why if you look at the contestants, they will always say, they're not Filipinos, but they are.
Yeah.
They are Filipinos. That means half caste. The people always called half caste, but I'm corrected. It should be mixed culture.
Mixed culture.
Yes.
Good opportunity now to ask all the right throughout New Zealand if they'd like to enter the contest. Can they get hold of you at all, Madeline?
Yes, they can get hold of us on our website.
Yes.
The website is still under construction, but I'll give you the website. You can go through it. It's www.mabuhayculturalgroup.org.nz. So
Wonderful.
for anyone around New Zealand who would like to join a beauty contest for a cause,
Yeah.
this it might be a beauty contest, but it's for a cause, the charity of Mabuhay.
Oh, what was the charity?
The charity of Mabuhay is it's a year 13 student scholarship. Yeah, it's been going on for the last 2 years. So you might ask why year 13 scholarship? Because most of the contestants are on that range of age, so at least it will help them, you know, start their scholarship to go to university.
Now, what about yourself? When did you come to New Zealand? Just before we finish, Madeline.
I came to New Zealand in 1995, but before that I was here already for a holiday when I was working in the airline.
How do you like New Zealand? How have you?
Love it, and
Yeah.
I really noticed the changes because even with the airport alone in Manuka, in Mangere, yes, it was too small, and now the airport is magnificent.
So you're a Kiwi now, Madeline.
I think so. No, New Zealander.
Hey, Madeline, thanks for coming on the program today and telling us all about the festival. And
Thank you.
You'll be hard at work right now for the next one in 2 years' time.
Oh, good. With God's
And
blessing. Yes.
I'll be hoping that I'll be the next judge as well.
Oh, then they will know.